All right, so Justin, this is your workout number 2, right? Workout number 2. As I mentioned in the first video, we're going to do everything as a circuit, just like you did when you were here. And do it after, you want to do your warm-up first, right? Where we did, again, the hollow hold, the bridges, and the plank. And if you need a video of that, please let me know. I'll send one to you. I can make sure we get a video of that to you as well. But everything's done as a circuit, right? So again, we'll go swings. On this one, you're going to go swings. You're going to go goblet squat. We're going to do an overhead press, right? All stuff you've done before. Then you're going to do a plank, and we'll throw a hollow hold in there as well. So you got an even number of lifts or exercises for each workout, right? Again, your swings, we covered that in the first video, right? You were dialing those in really good, man. Again, 1 foot distance away from the bell. We'll step out. We'll find that deadlift stance, hinge, right? Pull that bell back to you like you're pulling a heavy root out of the ground, so you feel some tension in your glutes. Inhale as you pull back. Again, we're going to stick with sets of 10 for right now. Eventually, when it feels real easy, especially on your last circuit, your last round of the circuit for that day, feel free to take it up to 15. Right? But we want them to be nice, crisp, sharp, and clean. We never want to take it to complete fatigue. Again, the big thing we're working on is keep the kettlebell high on the groin. Exhale sharply on that hip drop. All right, man. So then we have your goblet squat. And I want to leave this up to you. I think you probably can do that 35-pounder pretty well with this. If it feels a little heavy, drop back down to the 20, right? Drop back down to the 20. But with your goblet squat, right here, we're going to go a little bit, we'll go into your swing position. We're going to clean the kettlebell up. It's called a horn clean, right? Clean the kettlebell up, right against the chest, right under the chin. Right, here we go. We're going to step a little wider than shoulder width, so a little bit wider than your swing stance. Think outside heels, outside shoulder width, feet slightly turned out. With the squat, the knees go forward and out as the hips go back and down. Right, knees forward and out as I sink my hips through. Knees forward and out. Right, knees forward and out. As I drop my hips back and down. And notice you pull down into the squat. We're not dropping into the squat. We control descent. Unclean to come out. Bring that bell down. All right, man. Again, stick with sets of 5 to start off with. If we find that 35 is just a little too heavy, but the 20 is a little too light, we can always go up to sets of 8 with the 20. So again, stay in communication with me about this. All right, man, then we're going to do your press, right? And think the thing with the press is my little teaching tool is, teacher, I have the answer, yes. Teacher, I have the answer, yes. Kind of silly, but it works. So to get the belt into a front rack position, we're going to do something called a cheat clean. Now I'm going to be pressing with my right hand. So to get into that cheat clean, I want to have the handle of the bell pointed towards me. Versus like obviously when you're swinging, it's parallel with your body, right? I want this to be perpendicular or pointing at me. I'm going to grab the bell and I want to grab heavy on the pinky side, meaning I want the biggest gap between my thumb and index finger. It's kind of hard to tell in the smaller bell, but like with this bell, you can tell I want to be here, I don't want to be here. I want the larger gap between my thumb and index finger, right? From here, we're going to swing the bell back and clean it forward. This is called a cheat clean. I'm going to bring it up just like that. Now it's in position. I got my deadlifting stance, right? Heels, armpit width apart, right? Or inside shoulder width, feet slightly turned out. Just like you do with your plank, you're going to zip up your body, engage your quads, lock out your knees, squeeze your butt, lift through the chest, fire up this hand, make a fist. teach you I have the answer. Both hands come in. We're going to unclean the bell. There you go, man. Right? I would stick with just sets of 5 on each side for right now. Also, let's start on your less strong side. For most of us, that tends to be the left side. Right? Again, stick with sets of 5. For right now, when it feels real easy, let me know, and we'll strategically stair-step you up. The other thing you can do is on your last set, right, your last circuit or your last round of the circuit for that day, challenge yourself a little bit. Just don't go to failure. Don't struggle to the point where on that last rep you're all over the place. Right? You always want to finish on a good note. Right? You want your last rep to look just as sharp, crisp, and clean as your first rep. All right, man. So the last 2 exercises we're going to do in this workout is we're going to hold your plank, and we'll also do a hollow hold. We'll just throw it in there for a little bit of extra core work. Now your plank, and actually, you know what? Let's do your. This will be a little bit different in the text I'm going to send you, but why don't we do your hollow hold first, and then we'll roll you right into that plank. So, just to review, man, that hollow hold, right? We're going to lift head, neck, and chest, and look at your heels, right? Chin tuck, look at your heels. From here, we're going to wrap the hands. We're going to extend on out, tailbone tucked, back flat, the ribs go down. 10 to 20 sharp exhalations. You know you're done when the back starts to arch and give way, right? At that point, bring those knees on in and have your rest. Also, right, the farther you extend out, the more challenging this is going to be. When this becomes super easy, you can extend your arms too and come into this position. But again, you know you're done when that back starts to arch, or you start to feel it, right? Hold on in. Again, 10 to 20 seconds, 10 to 20 exhalations. Then we'll flip you on over. We'll do the same thing in your plank. Again, remember those pegs, right? So we're going to grab those pegs that are on the floor. We're going to extend on out, right? We're going to zip up the body. We're going to lock out the knees, engage the quads, squeeze the glutes, right? Tuck the pelvis that little bit to find that contraction in the abs, just like you did with your hollow hold. Now with my upper body, I'm going to push the floor away, and imagine like I'm pulling my body forward up on pegs while digging my toes into the ground. Everything's nice and tight. I'm pushing away, I'm pulling forward. 10 to 20 sharp exhalations. As soon as you start to feel anything in the back, you're done. You're pow. Take a little rest. All right, man. You know what? Real quick, that hip bridge, right? Because your warm-up is those last 2 exercises, hollow hold and plank, but then we also have that hip bridge. So real quick, placing something like, again, yoga block, it could be, God, it can really be anything, man. It's somewhat squishy, not super squishy, but it's somewhat firm, but not super hard. Place it between your knees. Again, heels, roughly if you extend your arms, that'll probably give you about the right appropriate distance, right? So if you're too far out, it's gonna go into the hamstrings. If you're too close, you're gonna be working those in the thighs. So roughly around 90-degree angle at the top of your bridge, right? And this is just this guy, man. We'll make fists, drop your elbows in. Inhale, lower halfway. And this is, you can do this stuff all day long, man, not a big deal. But if you really think about driving the knees together and really drive to the heels, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can at the top. Inhale, lower. You can make it harder. And that's really what we're trying to do is create tension. Again, stick with like sets of 10 there. And I just want you to do the bridge as a part of your warm-up. Don't feel like you have to throw. If you really want to throw it in as a part of circuit B or workout B, go for it. But it's only, I really only have it planned for your warm-up. Hey man, so again, all the details should be in the text. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you soon.